I'm going to tell you something your doctor probably never mentioned, something that took researchers 40 years to prove, but your grandmother might have known all along. It has nothing to do with what you eat, how much you exercise, or which pills you take, though all of those matter. This is about something smaller, something that happens in the first 3 minutes after you wake up. And here's what makes it remarkable. That tiny window of time can literally reshape your entire day, not metaphorically, literally, down to your cells. I know that sounds impossible, but before you dismiss this, let me tell you about Frank. Part 1. Frank's morning. Frank was 72 when I met him, not the kind of man who drew attention. He dressed neatly, spoke quietly, and had a steady presence that made people feel safe without knowing why. His wife, Margaret, had died 3 years earlier. Pancreatic cancer, 6 months. From diagnosis to goodbye. Frank wasn't depressed, at least not in the clinical sense. He functioned. He saw his daughter on Sundays. He kept his house clean, but he was tired, not physically, deeper than that. The kind of tired that makes you wake up, already defeated. One Tuesday morning in March, Frank woke at 6:14 a.m. The moment his eyes opened, he felt it. That heaviness, like a wet blanket, had been draped over his chest. During the night, he lay there, staring at the ceiling, listening to his thoughts. Another day, same as yesterday. Margaret's not here. Nothing's going to change. Why bother? He swung his legs out of bed. They creaked, as 72-year-old knees do. He shuffled to the kitchen. The radio turned on, automatically at 6:30. It was set to the news station. Immediately, voices filled the kitchen. Urgent voices. A shooting somewhere. Economic worries. Political fighting. Someone angry about something. Frank stood at the counter, coffee mug in hand. He felt his mind tighten, like a fist. See? It's all going to hell. And here I am, alone in this kitchen, getting older every day. What difference does any of it make? His thoughts were circling the drain the way they did most mornings. And then something happened. It wasn't dramatic. Frank reached over and turned off the radio. The kitchen went silent. He stood there, holding his warm mug. In that silence, something shifted. A bird sang outside the window. Just one bird, probably a cardinal. They were early risers. And Frank, surprising himself, said out loud, "Let me have one good feeling first. Not cheerful, not performative, just quiet, just honest." He took a sip of coffee. It was good coffee. He'd always bought the decent stuff. Even now, he noticed the morning light coming through the window, soft, gold, and for maybe 10 seconds, Frank felt okay. Not happy, not joyful, just okay, quietly okay. His mind tried to snatch it away. This doesn't change anything. You're still alone. The world is still falling apart. But Frank did something different. He didn't argue with the thought. He simply said, very gently, to himself, yes, and this moment is still good.